David Volk, a voice of the resistance, albeit a strange and funny one. Today's post, top excuses for the missing Epstein files. We've heard them all before, just not at the same time. Although the Department of Justice released many Epstein files on Friday, it turns out that the 1,000 or so documents only add up to about 1% of the total of documents relating to Jeffrey Epstein, his sex trafficking, his relationship to Dementia J. Trump, what Trump knew and when he knew it, if Trump can ever be said to really know anything ever. Well, it's hard to find a way to put into perspective how many records were released versus how many remain. One good way to think of it is this. Although a quarter buttload of documents were made public, a fuck ton still remain. I could go into why this is a violation of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, but there's really no point because, birds gotta sing, criminals gotta crime, and the Trumpistas gotta do Trump. Yes, I meant that in every possible disgusting way you can imagine. Instead, I prefer to focus on the funny, which is why we here at Volk Labs have come up with a list of excuses the Trump administration will point to in the coming days. 1. Files? What files? After having claimed to have an Epstein client list on her desk for quite some time, Attorney General Pamela Jo Bondi claimed no such list ever existed. The strategy didn't work, of course, but that's never stopped the Trumpers from using even a failed approach again and again and again and again. Number 2, they're in the bathroom at Immoral Lago. Why do you think Trump fought so hard to keep from returning all those boxes he stole from the White House after his first administration? Number 3, used in collagen treatments. Have you ever wondered why so many women affiliated with Trump go from having average, everyday looks to being overly made-up Stepford women with lips the size of Mike Lindell's old pillows? No, they didn't use the fiberfill from his old My Pillows in a failed attempt to keep his company afloat. They bent a spindle, folded and mutilated the most incriminating of the Epstein files, and turned them into collagen treatments, now in the lips of the likes of Christy Gordon-Nome and Carolyn Levitt, who just happened to decide to have her lips plumped in the last few weeks. Number 4, narco boats in Venezuela. No, the documents aren't on the fishing boats that were destroyed. It was just an attempt to distract your attention from the Epstein files. Did it work? I didn't think so. Number 5, dog ate them. This sounds as lame now as it did when we first heard it in grade school. Besides, he doesn't have a dog. He doesn't even like dogs. Number 6, Dementia J ate them. Oddly, given how much weight he's put on lately, this one seems almost plausible. Shortly after having his 5th MRI in a week, MRI that is, not MRE, shortly after having his 5th MRI in a week, there are rumors that doctors told him he should add more fiber to his diet. I don't think this is what they meant. Number 7, they're lost on Pam Bondi's desk. When you think about it, there could be some truth to this one because her desk is a place where many things get lost or go to die. Like free speech, civil rights, the rule of law, truth. Number 8, ICE raids. Yes, many people are busy protesting the illegal detention and deportation of non-white people who were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But unlike Dementia J, we can chew gum and walk at the same time and focus on several things at once while still making sense. And without slurring our words. Number, I think it's 9. Hell, I don't know. Still busy redacting many of the files. You call it sanitizing. They call it redacting. This is the perfect sign of how hard it is for the Trump administration to get good help. Although Gas Patel's FBI spent more than $1 million and made agents work around the clock in March to remove all references to Trump in all of the Epstein documents, the Epstein, whatever. The Department of Injustice just put out a call for volunteers to come in on Christmas to do more redacting. Number 10 or 11 or 20, I don't know. All the greatest hits. When those don't work, they will undoubtedly return to a mashup of all the other explanations of Sleepy Dawn's misfortunes. The press release will probably read something like this. The Epstein case is a hoax created in Hillary Clinton's emails in a server that was funded by George Soros and sent to fake news reporters and then erased from her server, Dementia J. Trump announced today. Because why not? And the final one, squirrel! Didn't work that time either, did it? We're not dogs, Dottie, but we will be like dogs on a bone over this case. I've been David Volk, a voice of the resistance, albeit a strange and funny one.